Man, it took a long time. Coming to you live from the green room at the Paramount Theater in Seattle, Washington. It's me, Bob Sixx and Sixx Daze. Actually, that's not where I'm at. I've been to the Paramount Theater. It's the first place I saw Motley Crue in 1983. Axe opened up for them. Fun times. Oh, people already left? Damn. Oh, is it because I wasn't really in the green room? Or maybe it was because I was in Seattle. Or that I said I was. But welcome. The delay don't look too bad. 1001, 1002, 1003. 3-second delay. That's not bad. Oh, I hope today goes as well as last week. Because if it don't, I'm only doing an hour. I got other things I can do. I could wash my car in the rain. Well, it's not raining, but if it was, change my new guitar strings. All right, my mom's watching. Yeehaw! Who else is watching? Don't be afraid. Just talk. Leave in the chat right there. It'll be fun. It usually is. We can talk about pretty much anything you want. There's some things YouTube frowns upon, but we usually find ways around it. Ugh. Where's that screen quit? Oh, I ran somebody off. Good. They probably sucked anyways. Let me put this thing behind my back today. Oh, that feels pretty good. I've been cutting trees in the country all week. I skipped today just so I could be here with y'all. I'll be back out there again tomorrow. I know. Who cares, Bob? Nobody, but y'all ain't talking. Hey, Sadie, how you doing? I am doing fantastic, thank you. How are you today? Hey, you didn't send me your address so I can send you that shirt. Or if you did, I didn't get it. And that's okay. I was just letting you know or reminding you. But I hope you're doing well. Why the hell my ear just start itching? No, I look all weird on camera. Ooh. I'm changing my mind. Camera looks a little high. The camera. Can't point too far down. Y'all see I'm not wearing breeches. Just jokes. You're all right. Above ground. It's a great way to start the day. I gotta tell people all the time. Every day on top of the dirt has the potential to be the best day of your life. It may not be, but it has the potential. And it sure beats the hell out of being underground. Bum, 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 bum. Hopefully everybody else will show up too and we'll have a good time like we did last week. My mom told me to tell you amen. She watches the live, but she does it on her TV and she can't participate in the conversations. So she texts me everything she'll say. It'll be okay. I wasn't tripping. I was just reminding you in case you really wanted a shirt and your birthday card on January 27th. Psh, 25th? Oh, let me look. I could have swore I wrote 27th down. Or maybe it's just because I told you that the 27th is my anniversary for being sober or drug-free. Let's see. I think it's here. Oh no, I wrote 25th down. Sorry. January 25th. And Keith's birthday is April 17th. And Deidre's birthday is December 21st. And Gary's birthday is April 10th. Got a lot of birthday cards to send out. No, not my anniversary date. The 27th is the day I beat one of those smelling powders. Rhymes with Beth. That's Beth with a B, YouTube, before you go taking my monetization away. Because I'm not allowed to talk about that. Oh, since you don't know, you're new. Usually when I refer to that powder. Okay, I just want to make sure. I call it Girl Scout cookies because YouTube doesn't get mad at me for that. But if I say the real word, they get mad. So if you hear me say anything about my Girl Scout addiction, Girl Scout cookie addiction, that's what I meant, because I don't eat Girl Scout cookies. I used to way back in the day, but then when they started making them smaller and charging more for them and they didn't taste as good, I was like, well, that's enough of that shit. And I'm diabetic, so I don't eat any sweets. Man, I'm looking good. Physically, not this. Maybe like that. Makes me look mysterious. All that tree cutting, slinging that chainsaw around, and good workout. I got 3 weeks worth of eggplant prepared and in the freezer. You know, the only thing about me losing weight like this and getting into shape, my head looks bigger, abnormally bigger. I've had this big head ever since I was born. Didn't look so out of place when I was a kid. It kind of looks out of place now. But then again, I used to have long hair, so that made it not look as big, I think. I only know one other person with a head as big as mine. It's a football player. Oh, yeah. My head was actually bruised from her pelvic bone. They should have done a C-section, but in the 60s, they weren't so commonplace. So 2 doctors literally got on her stomach and pushed me out. I think that's why my biological father didn't like me, because after I came through, yeah, I think my head's grown, I think it's less than 2 inches. Yeah, I know how much I weighed, Mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, 19 and a half. Wait, 19 and a half around? My head's not 19 inches around right now. It looks that way. I'm waiting for my mom to say. Um, yes, I did. All right. How is my head 19 and a half inches around? I don't know where my tape measure's at. I'm going to measure my damn head after the show. I knew I was 21 and a half inches long. When I was 2, I was the size of the average 5-year-old. I don't see that. I wear a 7 and 5/8 hat. Are you sure you're writing that right? Yeah, after I came out, it was like, "Hello, hello, 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 hello. I'm here, 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 here." Alright. Oh, I don't care about that. I'm not saying that statistic, Mom. I don't acknowledge his existence. So got my Theo Vaughn shirt on today. Got anything else you want to know? Not that you ask any of that. Brandy, what is up, buddy? Glad you made it. Sadie's been talking away, which I truly appreciate because it keeps this from being boring. Because even though I do talk to myself all the time, it's a little different on camera doing a live stream. Hope you're doing well today, Brandy. A little better than last week. I mean, I know you were good last week, but I'm hoping you're continuing to get better, as well as Gary. Gary should be here in a bit. Brandy, my mom said hi. Oh, I do answer myself too, Sadie. I want correct answers, so I talk to myself and answer myself all the time. Not that I always give myself the correct answer, but I trust in myself, so when I tell myself something, that's good, Brandy. I'm glad to hear that. That's progress, buddy. He had back surgery. Oh, I'm sorry. She asked you, Brandy. I didn't mean to answer your question for you, buddy. Just a kind of a natural reaction when words pop up on the screen. Yeah, but see, I don't lie to myself. I don't lie. I mean, sometimes I lie to cops, something like that, little white lies. But I mean, I know there's still lies, but as a habit, I try not to lie to myself as I am my own best friend. I don't do shit like, should I jump off the roof? And then tell myself, yeah, you'll be okay. People jump off the roof all the time. Oh, I don't know if I think I told you all this, but it's been a long time. I know Sadie wasn't around, so she wouldn't have heard it. Way back when I first got diabetes and didn't know I had diabetes, I fell asleep all the time while, like when I was driving. My record is driving 2 miles completely asleep. Um, my subconscious would argue with me and tell me, "You'll be okay. You have an airbag," and I would have to yell at myself, "I don't trust the airbag. Shut up. Stop saying that." Yeah, I've driven 2 miles completely asleep. Woke up one time going so fast I had to change lanes so that I didn't run into the truck in front of me. I couldn't even brake, that's how close it was. No, I have not. And fortunately, now I don't do that. When I before I knew I had diabetes and I just kept falling asleep because your body shuts down. I would fall asleep when I was raising a pallet up or bringing one down. I would if I was cutting shrink wrap, which is a plastic wrap they put on pallets, When I would squat down to the bottom, I just fall asleep on the side of the pallet, and the guy that hauls my pallets for me would have to wake me up and go get me some coffee. I'd fall asleep while I was refueling. It has a loud alarm when it's done. Me too, but thank you. One time I almost fell off my lift while I was driving. Fortunately, if you take your foot, it has what's called, ironically, it's called a dead man brake. You have to stand on it to drive. But I almost fell face first off of my lift. It's a stand-up lift, but I almost fell off face first because I nodded off, but I caught myself when I started to fall. Oh, Brandy, I've been there so many times, buddy. I've been in that condition. I've gotta be careful because I know YouTube listens. I've been in that condition so much that I could cover one eye and I would still see double. I did that a lot, a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. One time I was driving down the road as I was passing a police station and I started spewing out the window. I didn't want to pull over. I was trying to get home. I figured if I pulled over, I'd fall asleep and that wouldn't be good. Oh yeah, dude. I was so bad that when I was 27, they told me if I didn't quit drinking, I wouldn't see my 32nd birthday. And the reason I denied being an alcoholic for so long. Oh, except for the one in our town, that's about how far the ones I would go to were. So that's about the same drive. Um, oh, sad face. Oh, the reason I denied being an alcoholic for so long was I didn't drink every day. But boy, when I did drink, it started eating the lining out of my stomach, and I went to the doctor with severe stomach pains. I know, mom. That's what I said. I said that several times. Um, she was saying I nodded off driving home. I did that a lot. Um, but I'd went to the stomach with, um, um, yeah, Sadie, I don't have medication. I just stopped doing it, but I occasionally do it. Like if we go to someone's house, that's why I was starting to say I'm not the kind of alcoholic that craves the drink. It's once I pass a certain point, I can't stop. So I limit myself to six. If I go past six, I can't stop. But I rarely drink more than three, and that's only social. Or if I feel like I'm getting sick, like my throat starts to get sore, or I feel a little sick, I'll do a shot in the morning and a shot in the evening before I go to bed, which my doctor said was okay. But yeah, I almost never drink anymore. I'll do a shot with my kids, but yeah, that's not a good combination. I know people that do it, but it's not a good combination. Uh, but I don't miss it. It's not like I ever crave it. It's very rare that I have a drink. Gary, woo! Got both of you here. Wow. You were reading Traveling Salesman of the Year. Look at that. Ah. Alrighty then. Coffee is drank. Yeah, she's becoming a regular. She's one of us now, so that's dope. She showed up right off the bat. Talked to me until y'all started showing up. Read the author's name. Enoch Zondors? I don't know what the hell that is. Hey, better late than never. As long as you show up, you're golden. I have people that don't come to my live stream anymore, but they still message me and apologize and then talk to me, messaging me. It depends on what the traveling salesman's selling, but I don't know what that means. I don't know what Enoch Zandors is, or Zondors. Enoch Zondors. Enoch Zondor. I don't know what that is, Gary. You got me, dude. Oh, he knocks on doors. Now that you've said that, now I get it. Damn. I can't believe I couldn't get that. It's probably in my pronunciation. Oh, my mom said hi, Gary. I've also had people message me to say some ugly things like what they really think about me. I look tired. Dude, I've been working really hard on the farm. I'm so far behind that of clearing the brush. Well, I told y'all last week, I'm still doing the same thing. Um, but I took today off because I didn't want to be what I feel good after I do it. I mean, I guess physically I'm somewhat tired, but uh and I didn't take a nap today. Usually on live stream days, I'll take a 20-minute nap before I do it. But I barely got done with what I was doing, got in here and got everything set up. uh, no, it's just all the trees that are grown up in it, and I don't want to screw up the fence. Fortunately, I have not run into any snakes. I'm making good progress, and none of the fence is actually messed up yet. So that's going well, but it is quite a workout. And it is kind of warm in here today. We hit the low 80s yesterday, and we're supposed to hit the low 80s again today. That's Texas for you. We're in the middle of November and in the 80s. I should have put my shorts on, but I chose not to. I'm a genius. I'm super smart. The best part of waking up is waking up. That's really good for y'all. Because aren't y'all normally like in the throes of winter by now? Like cold, rainy, crappy weather? Oh, that's easy, Gary. I put out one ads. I was desperate for people to come hang out with me. Oh, yeah, that's way out of the norm. That's what I was thinking, Brandy. And along with Sadie being in Oregon, uh, I've only been through Oregon twice. Once going to Washington and once coming back. I have some friends that live in Oregon. Well, more so the husband's friend than the wife's friend, but I know both of them. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Uh, I loved Washington State. Very pretty. Yeah. We, what was it, in March when we went to Washington? So, and when we drove through Oregon, it was all snowy and rainy. I think we got the interstate got shut down while we were in, I think, Wyoming. Oh no, Colorado. We're in Lime. What is it, Lyman or Lime, Colorado? That's where that happened. That was a long time ago. Whoa. But yeah, one day I hope to visit Washington again. I'll have to tell y'all my story about how I found Mount Rainier. but I have to figure out a way to tell you not on here because part of it involves recreational smoking. That's what I do. I get y'all hooked in. Oh, I ran two people off. um, I guess it was because I said about recreational smoking thing. They probably didn't like that. Well, he's not a wholesome guy. Let's go. Uh, that's what I do. I hook people in and then I just pester them. I like doing that. Hey, I haven't seen my buddy from Australia in a long time. I'm gonna have to message him and see how he's doing. Then again, I haven't done the reactions he likes. He's a big Bandmate fan. Love Bites just came through Austin. I didn't go, but they came through here. I've gotten to where there's only certain venues I like to go to. Got anything y'all want to know? We're 26 minutes in. It's going by quick. Thank y'all. He came in a couple of weeks ago, Brandy, and he did not stay long. Um, he kind of comes in and feels around. He makes, and I think what it is because I don't react to the shit that he asked me to react to anymore because it's just a waste of time. And at one time, he purposely asked me to react to something that he knew I was going to hate. And he would come in here with this stuff, and I really think there was just something in there. He didn't really like bother me, but I think he got mad because I wasn't doing what he wanted. That's a pretty good description of me. I am kind of like a splinter, and it's the one that's not on a nerve. You can see it, you can feel it, but it doesn't really hurt, and you can't really get it out. Yeah, I don't, Brandy. I don't know. He last time he was in, he said he was I think he said he was considering going back to university. I think he had got some different kind of job and he was talking about going back to university, but dude, I can't remember. It wasn't a long visit. He came in, popped in, said a few things and left. Oh, I take it in the best possible way. Um, my son gave me a shirt here a while back that says I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever meet. It's true. Hey, we're up to 7 people. Oh, that 7th person went, oh, this guy's an asshole? I'm leaving. Who wants to talk to one of them? Hey, look, Brandy, you ask and look. So Terry, were you lurking, waiting for somebody to say something? Because Brandy literally just asked about you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hey, did you say that you were going back to university? Is that what you said the last time you dropped in? Or am I confusing you with someone else? It seemed like you had said you got a new job or a different job and that you were considering going back to university. In fact, if I'm correct, I'll be pretty impressed. You don't think so? Okay. It's been a while. A lot of things have gone on since then. But I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fantastic. It's okay. Uh, uh. Anybody else got any questions for me? Oh, wait. No, last time you were here, Terry, you and, oh, I can't think of his name. I think his name is also Terry. That's not his screen name. I think y'all were talking about um Lil Peep, or yeah, I think it was Lil Peep. You and somebody else were having a conversation. Oh, I went through uh anxiety attacks in my early 20s. Uh Gary, I'm not sure. She likes some of my posts on Facebook. She's one of the few people that follow me on Facebook, or that I have allowed to follow me on Facebook. Uh, Last time she said something, it's been quite some time. It wasn't 100% positive. I'm not going to throw her under the bus and give all the details, but it wasn't super positive. But I know she's still around because she liked some of my posts on Facebook. So, I mean, she's okay enough to be on Facebook, but that's literally all I know, buddy. I wish I knew more, but I try not to pry on people like that. See, I didn't get on prescriptions. Once the doctor told me what was going on, because we didn't know what it was at first, and he told me to quit holding my anger in, which is why I blow up like I do. I mean, I've always had a bad temper, but it just got worse. But now I'm like, oh, trying to get through that. I still snap. Don't get me wrong. I gotta get rid of this green screen. I wonder if the green screen is why my camera changes like that, or maybe it won't be as noticeable once I get rid of the green screen. And I know I've been saying for a year I'm going to do that. Yeah, yeah, I kind of understand too. And like I said, I try not to push people. I check on you and Brandy from time to time, or y'all about the time I think about y'all will contact me. You never heard what called what, Brandy? Oh, no, not like that. My body would overload and it would like make me pass out, kind of. Uh, I took 2 trips to the hospital for them. Yeah, I don't hold my anger in anymore. But I am learning to redirect it and deal with it better and a lot of stuff like that. Uh, uh, Terry, my multiple personality disorder is way different than having the anxiety problems I used to have. Uh, I've had that my whole life. Uh, so I'm used to him, and that's not an issue. But my anxiety was a whole different ball game. Wow, I can't believe they let you say that, Gary. Normally, YouTube's all over you. Um, but yeah, my anxiety, I learned different coping mechanisms to get through that. That's how I beat depression. Well, I say beat. Once in a while, it'll still get me, but I mean, it took me months to figure out what I had. Yeah, that's kind of what would happen to me, but I always bounced back. I was just kind of afraid, especially once I found out what it was. I was afraid there was going to be that one time. Well, they didn't. They let you say it. Uh, but once I found out when I was suffering from depression, I didn't know what it was. 'Cause I thought everybody that was depressed was like, I'm so sad, but that's not all forms of depression. Uh, so once I found out what I had, I learned how to get through that. Oh, I did get through it. Um, but Terry, it's not just I'm going to beat this. You have to learn some different coping mechanisms and redirection and make peace with things. Learn to accept life for what it is. You are in control of you and no one else. And that's a really tough thing for a lot of us to accept that you are the only person you have control over. Uh, but yeah, you really have to work at it. It's not, you can't just, I'm going to beat this. The same thing with depression. You can't just go, well, piss on this. I got depression. I had to find different avenues to get me through it. And once in a while, it'll still hit me. I think it was last year or the year before, depression hit me and I was down for like 10 days. Normally it takes me 2 or 3 days to get through it, but it took me 10 days to get through it. You should have those options, Brandy. It's right at the top of the comments. You'll see there's a little drop down window on the left hand side. It'll say top chat or live chat. But it should be there because it's even on my phone when I do it on my phone. Well, let me look. Let me make sure that I'm not lying to you. Yes, that option's right there, Brandy. Well, getting drunk doesn't help it, Terry. I mean, I know you in the short term it feels like it does, but as a recurrent alcoholic, I can tell you it don't help. That's not why I drank. I drank because I grew up. That's the culture that I grew up in. Yeah, you're still young. I mean, I didn't really get a grip on my drinking until I was late, almost 30. uh, I'm glad I didn't have that. I mean, I've gone through a lot of shit and I guess learned multiple personality disorder. It took me a long time to get good with that. Mark, what's up, brother? Glad to see you made it. Um, Terry, it just happens. There's chemical imbalances and stuff that cause things, plus different things that have happened to you. So yeah, mine would randomly pop up too, and a lot of times I wasn't even doing anything to cause anything. I was just having a good time, enjoying life. Uh, it's just learning to know when it's coming and trying to get through it, trying to get around it. But a lot of it's making peace with life, just accepting you can't control life. Wow, look at Gary flexing. Well, there you go. That's good, man. That's what you need, social interaction. As long as it's not causing you to do negative stuff. Oh, come on, Gary. It's okay, buddy. Let's see, it says there's 8 people in here. 5 of you are talking. I appreciate that. You're having good conversation. That is exactly right, Terry. And you have to tell yourself that. You have to take care of you. You are responsible for you. So no matter what's going on around you, you stay on your track, in your lane. Just stay focused on you, man. You have to weigh shit out. Me and my daughter were just talking about, I'm not trying to drive you away, Gary. Come back into the light, buddy. Look, you made me change my screen color. I wish it worked like that every time if I just snap my fingers. Uh, Me and my daughter were just talking about that the other day. I still love Girl Scout cookies, but I know I can't do them. If I ever do them, there'll be no turning back. So, and that's what keeps me from doing them. I love my life that I have, and I'm not willing to throw it away for that. It's not that I hate Girl Scout cookies. And even though it's been so long since I did them, I don't think tree huggers come to my live streams, Mark. I'm hoping no wusses come here. Dude, I'm doing fantastic. I am officially in better shape, physical shape and health than I was in my early 20s. Savannah's fine. She's kicking ass in school. My whole family's doing good. Everybody's just kicking ass. And thank you for asking. Yeah, that's true, Sadie. That's why a lot of my friends use me as like an emotional tampon. First off, they know they can trust me, but they just dump all their problems on me. Helps them feel better. I don't judge them. Oh, I am, Terry. Since the last time you saw me, I believe I'm about 15 pounds lighter. I'm actually doing shit to put on weight now. I've actually had to up what I'm eating. But yeah, that's why, my friends will contact me and talk about various things that is eating them up. Thank you. Wasn't hard to do. It's really easy. The only workout I do is out on the farm. I've been cutting trees out of the fence line, and I have to drag all of it away from the fence. So that's the only workout I've been doing, slinging a chainsaw for 3 to 4 hours a day, when I go out there. Uh, but it's no, it's I went back to being, I went back to being a vegetarian. Yeah, I know. I was talking about that earlier. Point with losing all this weight makes my head look bigger. Um, but I've been doing intermittent fasting, and one day a week I do a 24-hour fast. Uh, that is a workout, Mark. I mean, it's tough. Well, a lot of people are that way, Terry. It's a habit. The first time I tried intermittent fasting, I failed, but the next time I got on track, and because I was trying to beat diabetes, that was extra motivation. But now that I've been doing it for, I think, almost a year, it's really easy. Now, Gary, I agree with that. I don't pretend to be okay. I'm I'm usually not nasty when depression gets me. We ran two people off. Oh, they're talking about serious shit. I don't want to talk about serious shit. Then ask something else. Just stand by listening. Uh, but usually with my depression, I'm not really nasty, but I am fairly withdrawn. But I don't pretend to be okay. It's kind of like going numb. Just don't. And that's usually when I realize I'm like, shit, I don't want to do anything. But I usually force myself to do stuff like go out because I was a functioning depressed person. But I find that being out and working and stuff to keep me going seems to help me. gotta drink some water. Terry, that's something I've been told a few times when I talk to people. Just get over it. I'm like, what the hell? That's another way to do it, Mark. That's good. That's supportive parents are very, very important to someone's development. I got to put you on mute for a minute so I don't have to hear any comments and step off camera. Woo! Yeah, but that probably kind of helps Sadie, I would imagine, because you're still introverted and being at home where you're good and safe, yet you're branching out and talking to people. That is cool, Brandy. That's one of the things I love about our group is we can talk about whatever and we're good. That is exactly what I did. I've grown a white mustache. That's not how I used to do that. Did I ever tell you the ring story? Yeah, but Terry, you keep saying that. You might want to bring that up to your therapist because when I say unnecessarily, I mean you keep saying you don't want to, but you keep saying it. So you need to next time you talk to your therapist, you need to bring that up. That's dead serious. You need to bring that up because it's evidently underlying. It sounds more like you're trying to convince yourself than telling us because you keep saying it. I'm not judging you. I'm saying, please bring that up to your therapist. Okay. The white ring story. During the 80s, I thought it was funny to do Girl Scout cookies while we were driving around. All right. I'm just saying, because you've said it like 4 times now. So it sounds more like you're trying to convince yourself, and that's a huge red flag. So please, please, please be very cautious with that. And if the pills are making you feel that way, you need to tell him that too. All right. So me and my buddy were riding around in my Trans Am doing Girl Scout cookies and stopped for us to get sodas. He didn't say anything, but as I'm walking into the store, the person that came out held the door open for me and they laughed. When I got up to the counter, the girl laughed. I was like, do I have a booger in my nose? I didn't ask her, but I was wondering. When I got back to the car, I had big white rings around both nostrils, and he didn't say anything to me, but everybody knew exactly what I was doing. Not that I cared, but probably not a good idea to be walking around in public with big white Girl Scout cookie rings around your nose. All right, Terry, take care, man. Be safe. All right, what do y'all want to talk about now? Told you my ring story. Got questions? Want to know my opinion about something? I don't know what you're talking about, officer. That's my birthmark. No, don't touch it. It hurts. Actually, I have a weird birthmark. I actually have 2 birthmarks. One I was really conscious of when I was a kid. And I always have fun with doctors when they see it because they always want to touch it. Oh, I don't let anybody touch that ring. I don't walk around with that hanging out. I don't even know if it'll show up on camera. Nope. Right, right here. Well, it used to be farther around here, but right here, I have a patch of freckles about that big around. As a little kid. Uh, I used to be really self-conscious of it, but every time I go to the doctor and they see it, they'll touch it and go, "Did this bother you?" "Yes, it bothers me, a man rubbing my shoulder." "Stop. It's just freckles. Act like you've seen them before." And I have a big strawberry patch on my neck back here. It's not a dark one, but it's faint, but you can see it. For years, nobody saw it because I had long hair. uh, I've used that line a time or two. Yeah, I never worried a whole lot about that back in the day. None of it at all. Yeah, I drove tripping several times, and that's interesting. It was weird. That was my favorite thing to do. And I didn't learn till well after I quit from Lemmy of Motorhead how to beat it or how to do what I did. The only thing I didn't like about it, I did it so much I couldn't do it every day. I had to skip a day. I learned from Lemmy from Motorhead. The way you do it is on your off day, you just do more than you did before, and then it'll work. Cause I was really mean when I couldn't drop acid. I spaced that out so maybe YouTube wouldn't catch that. Well, I've run 3 people off. I'm doing good. Any new music I have listened to? Um, I know you're not interested in country, so that's not going to, I won't tell you any of that. Um, I don't think so, Mark. I don't think I've heard anything new in a while. I'm trying really hard to think, but I don't think I've heard anything new, especially when I'm out on the farm. Oh, you like some country? Um, well, I don't know the guy's name, but there's a song called "What Kind of Man Do You Need?" I like that song. I know that sounds kind of weird, but there you go, Sadie. That is exactly how you're supposed to feel here. Making people laugh is my number one priority, which is what I do on all my social medias. Um, see, I like 80s country, well, 80s and back, but there is some 90s country I like. I was a nightclub DJ during the 90s, so I think I got them on my list to react to, even though I haven't done any in a while. Um, I love country. The very first music I ever remember hearing was Johnny Cash, but I mean, I really like a little bit of almost everything. But some of the new country, or some, most of the new country I don't like, but there are a few artists that are doing 80s and 90s style country now, and I like that. There's some of Jelly Roll's country music that I would like if somebody else was singing it. I'm not a Jelly Roll fan. Yes, 100%, Sadie. I agree with you 100% there. Sadie, that's the cool thing about our group is we're all who we are. Now I have to tone myself down because otherwise I lose my monetization. Um, just for this live. Anytime I say stuff that YouTube don't like, I'm actually a little more foul mouthed. I have no filter. It takes some oh wow. That kind of surprises me, Mark. I haven't listened to a whole lot of it. I think I've heard one song or a piece of a song. Oh, that's cool, Brandy. You would be amazed at how much country music I have here. I mean, I love Johnny Cash, Johnny Paycheck. Um, I love Johnny Paycheck's music. I don't love him. Um, yeah. Every time I mention rubber plant, I said it like that on purpose, Sadie. We're not sure if it's real or not, but when I say I don't like this certain band, um, or the lead singer who lives in Austin, not far from me. Um, kind of, Brandy. I mean, I know people here born and raised that hate country music, but yeah, kind of. Goes with the theme of Texas, anyways. Uh, yeah, some people are shocked like when they see my stand up. And that's actually toned down. I actually have to monitor my stand up a little bit. Granted, I'm more out there, more 80s style than a lot of the comedians these days. That's exactly what I want you to do. Say, oh, wow, we just got cut in half. Wow, where the hell did everybody go? Made my ear itch. People left so quick. Damn. Oh, look, this color's correct. Huh. I like that color. Do I have to sit here and hold my ear like this? I don't want to do that because it might get reshaped and look weird. Um, yeah, Sadie, on my TikTok, my Instagram, and pretty much my Facebook. Facebook, I share some personal stuff because even though I'm a public figure on Facebook, I'm a paid content creator. Uh, most of that's still family and friends. I don't like running around telling people on TikTok or here. I've only got like 3 or 4 people from here that I've allowed to be Facebook friends with me. I know that sounds weird or kind of pompous. That's not. I'm just very protective over that. Um, but my TikTok and Instagram, that's pretty much all I do is just post funny memes and videos. I posted what I thought was a really funny video. It's doing really good on Instagram. It's not doing as well on TikTok. I was proud of myself when I came up with this. And it's based on a true story, or it's based on something that's supposedly true. There we go. People coming back. Don't run off. Join the conversation. Don't be chicken shit. What do you think, Gary? Mark, what do you think? Of course I did. But Gary chose not to respond to you. So Gary is at fault there. Oh, I know that, Brandy. I know, buddy. I might actually have to take a pee break today. I mean, I guess I could pee in my piggy bank. oh, oh, Gary, now, you ass. Let's see. There's where I ordered my glasses. Gary Holloway. Hopefully it'll pull in. Up, up. What does that say there? What does that say, Gary? Huh? Huh? That's why I don't delete emails very often. So, and you maybe put on my glasses. So, anything else, boys? Oh no, I'm going to sneeze. What the hell? It's not good to sneeze on camera. Wow, that echoed through my guitar. I actually practiced guitar last night like a good boy. I ran scales without falling asleep. I never do that. I always fall asleep doing scales. And I started relearning Uncle Tom's Cabin, my favorite Warrant song. Oh. But you responded to it, so. I got you again, pal. Oh, boy. It happens to me with text messages, Mark, but not with. I have not had that problem with emails, except when people misspell my name, and then they don't get it. I do not use signature guitars. I've never been a big fan. I learned early in life that it's the guitarist, not the guitar. And you'll hear guys swear, only Les Paul's the best, or only Fender Strat or Fender Telecaster. Bullshit. If you can play, no matter what you put in your hands, you're going to play. So I then how come the whole conversation wasn't in spam, Gary? Come on, buddy. Anyways, no, even then, Mark, I would never spend the money on a signature guitar. I would never buy a Paul Reed Smith guitar. Um, I'm not that guy. Uh, I have a knockoff Dean. I absolutely love it. It has more balls than any guitar I've played in a long time. I have a Chipson. I have a couple of Fender Squires. I have oh shit. I have 3 or 4 other guitars. My Cort acoustic guitar is fantastic. That's my go-to guitar. I have a almost $2,000 acoustic guitar that was my dad's. I play it. It sounds good. It feels good. But for the most part, I keep it in the case. I break it out every now and then and play it. But all that signature shit, I just don't buy it. Oh, I have an Ibanez. I call that my $30 guitar. Had a broken headstock on it, which I knew how to fix. So I told him I offered him $30, and he was like, "All right, but you can't bring it back." Why would I bring it back? I've had it for 15 years, I think. I ain't had a problem out of it. But yeah, I'm just not that guy. I don't run around buying people's signature guitars or anything like that. I now I do play what I feel sounds good to me and what I like, but yeah, I don't get in all that. Man, I am going to have to pee. I know y'all were hoping I would tell you that. I could put a bag over the camera. I mean, not that y'all can see me. Make sure y'all can't hear. Whew! There is absolutely no way I would have been able to hold that for an hour. Good Lord. um, it's not that I'm beyond that or that I haven't ever done something like that, but I don't know if there's any holes in this bag. Oh, wow. Ran 2 people off because I went pee? Good. Anybody can't wait for me to go pee, they don't need to be here. All right. Any more questions? Or what are we going to talk about now? Oh, damn. Is that the delay that bad? Thousand one, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. We got about like a 7-second delay now. Oh, I guess because it's 3 and school's getting out. I know how. Gary, send me the bill, send him the shirt. I'll take care of that for you, Mark. Well, let me take a look live here on air. Oop. Hey. Might have went to my spam. Up there you are. So we're going to move you to my inbox. Got it. I'll respond after this. Gary, did you hear what I said? Um, okay, apart from that, that's a good question, Brandy. Hmm. Oh, you're very welcome. Um, Realistically, Brandy, I would say my wallet because I don't want to have to replace all the shit that's in it. Birth certificates and shit like that's in a fireproof box, so it's safe. But my family is number one, but you said excluding my family or apart from family would be my wallet, so I don't have to replace all that stuff. Oh, it'll sure confuse people. um, I had sent one to one of my friends in Australia, and his daughter immediately took it from him. So I had to send him another one. But yeah, I don't want to have to replace what all's in my wallet. Everything else, guitars, pictures. It would suck to lose pictures, but the most important thing is my family and making sure I can financially take care of everything. I mean, I know I could get all this stuff replaced, but it's this way I'm not, there's no delay. But yeah, I have to make a new design. In the process of trying to redesign my logo. I'm also coming up with a character um, just to put on stuff. In order to stop saying MFer as much as I do, I've started saying Mickey Ficky, and I have a vision for a character. So I'm thinking about making some T-shirts with Mickey Ficky on it. And I have to do a or family friendly version of my logo. So when I redesign my logo, it'll be without the middle finger because my granddaughter likes my stuff, but she can't take my stuff to school. She has one of my T-shirts, but she can't wear it to school because the middle finger. So she's asked me to do a one without that. So I had actually designed one with the peace sign, where he's given a peace sign instead of the middle finger. But I've used that character for so long now, I think I'm going to change it up some. And I don't think I want Mickey Ficky to do it, but I really want to do a Mickey Ficky T-shirt. So I have a vision of this kind of rocker looking rat. It's kind of looked it's a little road worn. Oh, shit. Well, Gary, if I can help in any way, let me know. Okay. If there's anything I can do, you just let me know. My down boy tattoo. I was sitting there looking at the feet, going, "What the hell is that?" Even though I know what it is. It's my tattoo. Yeah, Mark, I've thought about that scenario many times, many times. Like we told our kids when we were little, in case of you two are to get out of the house, don't look back because it's most important that they. But yeah, I've made my peace with whatever happens, happens. So, wow, we ran two people off. They must not have liked my answer. Oh, that was a good question, Brady. Made me actually think. I like that when people ask questions I actually have to think about instead of I can just spit out the answer. With the exception of shit that I'm really confident on. Because there are certain things I'm just dead set. I already know the answer to. I do like when people ask questions where I actually have to think. I don't think he's quite there. Hey, my mom's weighing in. Is she going to ask me a question? That'd be odd. All right, we're back up to 7. Don't leave. Jump in the conversation. Don't be scared. We have a whole bunch of people scared to join the conversation. They just come in here and they look for me and go, oh, and see, somebody already left. Oh, wait. Are you leaving, Mark? Did I miss something? What happened? Are you okay, Mark? Where did he say he was leaving? Did I miss something? Um, oh. I was like, oh no. Hey, 3 people ran off. um, do I remember? Wait, which quarters, Mom? The one is in Troisdorf or the one is in Bamberg? Because those were 2 totally different things. Wait, Brandy said goodbye? Oh no, you Brandy's okay. Well, we got sideways on that one. But we got it back under control. Which quarters, Mom? Because in Troisdorf could just jumped out the damn window. Oh wow, Sadie, that sucks, man. I can't imagine being in that. Because that, to me, that's even more different than just a house. Yeah, that would have to be terrifying. Um, well, I think in Troisdorf, in Troisdorf, I think jumping off the balcony would have been okay because it's really not that far of a fall. Bamberg, I mean, I would probably try to climb down the balconies. I don't remember, but I'm trying to think of what I would have done in that situation. I guess unless the balcony below us was burning, I had no choice but to jump out a 3rd floor window. I watched lot of documentaries, Brandy, about wildfires. Hey, Spec, what's up, buddy? Wow, still a quarter mile for a wildfire. That's close. How you doing, Spec? Are you good today? I was again thinking you weren't going to show up, but you get credit because you're here 40 minutes before the end. So welcome. Somebody gave us a thumbs up. How about that? Yeah, I have to think those flames would be a whole lot scarier than just feeling the heat. Just a guess. I've never been in that situation. Huh. You're setting up a stream? Cool. I'm doing a stream. Gary used to start them. I've almost started a few fires in our houses when I was a kid. My mom already knows this, so nobody freak out that I'm telling this story. But when I was in the fourth grade, I think it was, me, my brother, and the two kids across the street had built this big old fire in the back of our Tonka toy dump truck. It was one of the metal ones. And all of a sudden, it just fell out of the truck onto the rug. But we got it put out, but it burnt a spot like this big on our carpet. We literally took all the furniture out of our room, turned the carpet so that it was under one of the beds. And then me and my brother got sick and we both threw up on the carpet. So my parents just rolled it up and threw it away. They didn't even know until I told my mom way later. Eric the Great. What's up, man? Oh, wow. Um, Thanks for stopping by. We don't need that kind of stuff going on, so he had to go. Here in Texas, they actually do fires. Oh, he's gone, Mark. I had to get rid of him. Um, I agree with that, Spec. Yeah, Mark, I got rid of him. He came in and just started talking shit. So, uh, with the way his comments were, he wasn't going to do that anyway. So, it's been a while since we had somebody drop in and start doing that. I got rid of him, Gary. He came in and just started talking shit. And I'm not trying to have that. I mean, we've worked hard to have a good community here. I'm not going to let somebody come in and screw it up. But here we have to they do controlled burns to avoid wildfires. And they get pretty big, but they do controlled burns almost every summer. Oh, he started talking shit about Americans, how they grow weed and then complain about something, and this is a manless world and something. He just started jumping around. Yeah, he just started jumping around like he was fishing for something to upset somebody, and I ain't trying to do that. I mean, he may still be watching. I hid him from the channel. I mean, I can look at his comments, but I'd really rather not. I read like 3 of them and went, "Yep, I see where this is going," because he just started rapid firing them. Not that I have any problems with people talking shit about Americans, but when you're just needlessly saying stuff, no, hey, my first time here, what are y'all doing? Just instantly. And then the manless world was the last one I read. Go be a man somewhere, dude. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. And we don't need that kind of shit here. That's something the kids used to do a lot, and we finally got them all weeded out. That's why I don't do live on TikTok, because for a while I was doing live here and simultaneously doing TikTok. But those kids would come in and start talking shit, and then when I block them, they would report me for bullying. And even though I didn't say anything to them, and I could prove that I didn't, so I got a warning from TikTok saying one more time. So I just quit doing it. Scratching my head. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I don't know, Mark. I think he might have hated everything. He might have been one of those people that you just couldn't please. No matter what, he's going to hate it. I mean, I wonder if I can. I hope this doesn't activate anything. Let me look. Says I can view the deleted message. Oh, yeah. So his messages, I'm going to read them to you. His messages were good luck out there. Americans are the type of people that grow weed, well, he used the full actual name of it, indoors and then complain about power outages. This is a manless wonderland and another day in hell with Elon's zombies. So definitely just a rage baiter. See, he just jumped all around, just looking for stuff. And he didn't even know that Wonderland is one word. He made it 2 words. It's always weird when somebody has a name like Eric the Great or something like that, you know they're not going to be great. I used to point out on my reactions when people would have negative shit to say, and I would engage them for a little while because the algorithm does not. Um, it doesn't. A comment's a comment. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. So I would just keep them engaged so that the algorithm would definitely Eric not so great. Definitely. Um, But then they would start saying stuff like that. Well, why you keep talking to me? And then when I explain, some people were smart enough to stop. Then other people would go, "No, you think this and blah 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 blah." But then I got to where it just wasn't worth the algorithm picking it up, going, "Look, he's talking to people." I do have to respond. That's part of the rules. I do have to respond to people, but they want you to be engaged. And usually, I just say thank you or, "Well, we all have our own opinions." He might have a little man complex. I know several people with that. You don't know what it's like. Well, you're right. I was taller than you when I was 7. But I mean, I've been 6'1" since I was 14. I shot up from 5'8" to 6'1", and boy, wasn't that fun. I always think it's funny how people get upset about my opinion, and then they don't like when I don't like their opinion. I like on Instagram, I always have to hashtag stuff joke that it's a joke because of how many people will take it serious and they get all butt hurt and like, uh, there's a country singer from Canada. Her name is Terry Clark. I've always liked her. I follow her on TikTok. Well, she just made a video because every time I like or make a comment on one of her videos, I'll get 5 or 6 people acting like they're her, and I know that they're not. But she made a video saying, "I never do this and I never do that." And I commented, and I'll be damned if somebody didn't contact me saying, "Terry told me to contact you. I'm her manager." No, she didn't. Shut up, bitch. Um, I had tried to get back on X for a while. Back when it was on Twitter, I had a huge following, and I just got tired of it, so I deleted my account or deactivated my account. And then when Elon got it and it became X, I got back on, but I never grew the audience that I had before. So I let it go. I got too much social media to do as it is. The main reason I'm on TikTok is because I like their editing tools. So I use TikTok to edit my videos or my memes, and I post them on all my other stuff. Uh, I have a big following on TikTok. Oh, I sure would not want a Tesla, especially the Cybertruck. That's gonna be the stupidest looking thing ever. I think if somebody gave me a Tesla, I would just immediately sell it. Man, I fell down yesterday on the farm hard. Tripped over a branch, landed on this elbow. Kind of sucked. Still kind of sucks. Yeah, I agree, Spec. To be on there pushing hate, like when I said that I don't like Led Zeppelin, and that dude wrote 3 paragraphs on, well, actually, I said they were overrated, I believe, or one of the worst bands. Deidre! There you go, Gary. There she is. Hey, Deidre, how are you doing? Gary was asking me earlier. We have another female in the group now as well. Her name is Sadie. But it's very good to see you, Deidre. I hope you're doing well. Hey, and you referred to me as a lot of my friends do in person. My kids used to call me that to get my attention because I respond better to that than I do everything else. I hope you're well, Deidre. Um, hell, I don't know what I was saying now. Oh, about tripping on the farm. I've said that. Hurt my elbow. It still hurts really bad. Sad. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. Um, I try not to pry. I see you like some of my stuff that I post on Facebook, but I've been leery if I should like message and go, "Hey, how you doing?" I figure if you had something you wanted to tell me, you'd tell me. Here's something about Facebook. I used to do these experiments or this thing where I would send out 5 random positive messages and 5 shock messages. My shock messages have always gotten good response, except for one girl. She got mad. Okay, I'll remember that. Well, that's what she meant, Mark. Six is short for sexy Bob. You didn't know that? The more you know, you learn something new, buddy. Um, but I've had some people who don't respond to positive messages message me and going, "Hey, whatever happened to those positive messages?" I've had people get offended by them, and people get snippy, and then some people that just ignore them. Only a few people actually took it as just a positive message, took it for what it is. Oh, if Will Smith went to get a beer, you gotta watch out because you know he's gonna be slapping somebody. Keep my wife's name. Um, but okay, Deidre, I'll keep that in mind, and I will be better. After after the way some of these people I've been friends with since I was 17 years old. Oh yeah, I know. I know how you are. Um, I had one time I posted when I was going to do this experiment. I made a post on Facebook and said, "Oh, let me check something." Okay, I just make sure my microphone didn't turn itself down. Um, but I had made a post that said, "I will send this message to everyone who likes this post." And I basically said what the message was, which was I was going to say good morning, turd. And everybody that liked it, I sent them a message saying, "Good morning, turd. Hope you have a great day." And this one um, female got bent out of shape. What the did you call me? Call me a turd? Like, did you not read the instructions? You liked that post. Do you not read what you like? What a dumbass. Yeah, Deidre, I never have to worry about you. But yeah, it kind of tripped me out. So I quit sending those messages out when it was a positive message, and somebody got all sorts of butt hurt about me saying it's a random positive message. Oh well, thanks for making me one of your random. I'm like, God damn. If you watch Friends, you know what that means. Um, but yeah, I don't understand people getting butt hurt. And like I said, more people responded positively over my shock messages than my positive messages. I always find weird. I think it's weird. Some of the people who don't respond or don't like it or indicate they don't like it, or the ones message me and go, "Whatever happened to those?" Got tired of dipshits being dipshits. It's easier for me just not take the time to do it. Yeah, I do that sometimes too, Mark, because if you interact with people you know, they tend to pop up. Otherwise, you just get a shitload of ads on Facebook. Um, and I can only block so many ads before I get tired of blocking ads. I shouldn't have to do that. Once upon a time, Facebook, all your friends showed up. Now it's rare. If you don't interact with them, they don't show up on your page. I also think it's weird. I get more support sometimes from strangers who don't know me. They just follow me than I do my actual friends. Not complaining. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, even though I'm friends with people. My sense of humor upsets some people. I've thought about doing something like that, Mark. Um, I don't know. It depends. Largely because I have to work, and I don't know when I'm going to get off work. Um, we have a manager who's confused about how our job works. She likes making us stay late, unnecessarily staying late. But I might. Um, I would like the Lions to win, but I kind of feel like Philadelphia might. But the Lions are who I want to win. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, Mark. That's why I let X go, because TikTok, it says I'm paid content creator on Instagram and Facebook, those I have to keep up with. Instagram pays me the best, so they're the most important. And I've left the monetization program with TikTok twice because once you join it, they quit pushing your content. Well, there you go. You kind of have to. See, a lot of people are surprised that I live in Texas and I do not support the Dallas Cowboys. I absolutely, the Dallas Cowboys could be playing a team of bums or one-legged men, people in wheelchairs. I'd still vote for the other team. I despise the Cowboys. Well, actually, as I despise Jerry Jones. But I do support the Texans. I support all Texas teams except for the Dallas Cowboys. For a short while, I was a Rams fan and a Miami Dolphins fan. When Jimmy Johnson left the Cowboys, I followed him to Miami. Yeah, see, I don't ever get fazed by that when people send me messages, no matter what they're calling me or anything like that. Yes, Jerry is what did it for me. I grew up a Cowboys fan, but when he did what he did to Tom Landry, that pissed me off. And then what he did to Jimmy Johnson, I was like, I'm done. Normally I give people 3 strikes, but with Jimmy Johnson, when a man takes you from being the worst team in the NFL to back-to-back Super Bowls, and the only reason Barry Switzer won a Super Bowl is that was still Jimmy Johnson's team. Barry Switzer couldn't coach his way out of a paper bag. I left with Jimmy. And then after a few years of being a Dolphins fan, which I was born in Florida, so it's okay to be a Dolphins fan. I still like the Dolphins. Matter of fact, that's where my son got his name. Well, the first name. My wife picked his middle name. I picked his first name. But I decided to support all Texas teams. Like I still love the Atlanta Braves, but I support all Texas teams. I would like to think so, Deidre, but you never can tell. There's times I've been way wrong. I've been stunned wrong. Well, hell, Sadie, if you're willing to dig escape tunnels under houses, Texas is a whole lot closer than England. I've thought about building like an escape room under my house. That is true, Gary. That is true. But since I live here, I have to call this football and call real football soccer. However, when I am in Europe, I do refer to soccer as football. But yes, you are correct, sir. Damn, we only got 17 minutes. Any questions? I mean, I'm not trying to shut it down yet, but you weren't going to get any argument out of me about football. I got it. And I agree. Oh, and my bathroom break early, that tells you exactly why I never ever do this show without wearing pants. Sometimes I have to stand up. Texas is dope. Uh, I've lived here since what, 71, I think. I've tried to move away 3 times, twice, twice. But I love Texas. And I love where I live in Texas. And we ain't got to go far to visit any other weather patterns, any culture. Texas is ginormous and we've got everything. It can be snowing on the west side of Texas and 80 degrees where I live. And that's happened more than once. My sister in law lives almost as far west as you can go. Oh, I love bowling for soup. I actually follow the lead singer or also guitar. We've interacted a few times on TikTok. I love bowling for soup. Sure do. I have quite a few favorite bands from Texas. Yes. Yep. That would be him. He's actually a really cool dude. Seems like he gets his feelings hurt sometimes, but seems like a really cool dude. I mean, he's not dicky, but you can kind of see it in his face that he looks like he got his feelings hurt. But some people do say some messed up shit, and it's just the nature of the internet. People are going to say mean things because you can't punch them in the face. Anything else you want to know? Want to watch me fall out of my chair? Ain't gonna happen. Oh, I better not do that. I might fall. Oh wow! In a few years, boy, you must be one shoveling motor scooter. I'm running people off. They're like, damn, he's asking us to ask him questions. I don't want to do that. I'm leaving. Yeah, they actually still tour, and Jarrett actually does. He has some country music that he does too. Is there a question or something you would like to know about me, Bob? Um, have I ever fallen asleep while doing a live stream? Let me answer that question because that's easier. No, but I have almost fallen asleep doing reactions way back in the early days when I would shoot all my reactions in one day. And I still get comments every now and then. Dude, why are you yawning? Why do you look like you're about to fall asleep? There were times back then people go, dude, did you fall asleep? Yes, the song sucked. It was boring and I'm really tired. Um, so I have not fallen asleep during a live stream. Um, uh, all right, Mark, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? And I don't mean like 5 years old, wrong. I'm going to be a race car driver, not something like that, where you were coming into your teen years where something was plausible that you really thought you could do or you wanted to do. And while you're thinking, I think it's funny when some people think they want to be my friend and then they find out they want to be they try to become my friend and then they're like, oh shit, this guy, that's how he really is. I am not everybody's shot of whiskey, and I don't try to be. But most people, once they get acclimated, realize I'm actually a really good friend to have because I'm brutally honest. I've heard of other people doing that as well, Gary. I want to say there's actually a celebrity who did that to BB King. What? Oh, he called me a boob. I used to have pretty good sized ones. They're almost all gone now. I got rid of my mitts. It's a good thing because that's not my favorite body part. Not that I don't respect the decent pair, just they don't interest me. Well, a part of them does, but not the actual things. You want to be a pilot? Oh, that's hey, I wanted to be a crew chief on helicopters. Oh, I found out you got airsick. Wow. That would have been cool, Mark. I want to be naturally I want to be a race car driver, a drag racer to be specific. And that's due to some early influences. Uh want to be a professional baseball player, and a cross country truck driver. But then when I went into the army, I wanted to be a crew chief. But due to my score on the ASVAB, that recruiter said I was way too smart to do that. That was a stupid person's job. And by the time he finished talking about laser repair, whoa, I was sign me up. And then when I got there, I was like, wow, that son of a bitch is good because this sucks. One of the longest MOSs in the army. They teach you a bunch of shit, and the whole time they're teaching it to you, they're going, "You'll never have to do this. We hire contractors and pay them a whole lot more than you're getting paid. So you'll go onto the M1 tank, you'll find the bad board, you'll pull that board out, slide in a new one, you'll drop the bad one in a bag, and we'll ship it off to this contractor and pay him like 10 times what we're paying you to fix it. But you'll never fix one. But just in case of an emergency, you need to know how to fix it." They literally, the first 2 weeks of AIT, you got a 2-hour block of instruction on proper use of a flat tip screwdriver, proper use, another 2-hour block of instruction on proper use of a cross tip screwdriver. Do not call it a Phillips screwdriver. Ball peen hammer, claw hammer, pipe wrench, vice grips, pliers, wire cutters. Yeah. I think those recruiters are just whatever we need, we're going to talk about it, and these guys are going to love it. I have one friend I went to AIT with who went and got himself a big fancy job at Texas Instruments. He was a National Guard. Went and got him a big fancy job at Texas Instruments. And that's what he did with what they taught him. I did nothing. Not proud of it, just I did nothing. I also got out because I was young and dumb. Tried to save my first marriage. Yeah, that's what I should have done, but I did not because I was young and stupid, tried to save my first marriage. I felt like my nose was running, so just in case, I don't want to be sitting here like, but yeah, that's what I should have done, Mark, but I didn't. Tried to save my first marriage only to find out she was cheating on me the whole time. uh, had 2 practice wives. That's why I'm doing good with this one. And my 2 practice wives don't like being, well, one of them's passed away, but they don't like being called practice wives. Actually, I haven't talked to the other one in 20 years almost. But I'm sure she wouldn't like being called that. But she got pretty good sense of humor, so maybe. But anyways, we got 5.5 minutes. Rapid fire some questions. If you got any. If not, we'll just coast through to the end. This is me coasting. Oh, wait, actually, this is me coasting. I gotta change my earrings. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The first one only cheated with one guy, which they got married. They were together until she passed away. The second one did, but I never busted her because I was doing the same thing to her. I went in the military. Well, with the first one I was, but the second one, we were both in the bar business. So it happens. I have not cheated on this one. Maybe that has something to do with not being staying married. And back in the day, before I got with this one, I had a thing for married women. They were the safe bet. I actually had one who, after she started to fall in love with me, and I told her, you're married. You can't fall in love with me." She started running around telling everybody that I was Satan, that God sent me here to test her. And I'm not making this up. God sent me here to test her marriage. And you failed. I can't say how she failed on camera because it's definitely grown up material. Um, but these actually aren't hoops. These are just tunnels. Normally, I wear hoops in my tunnels, but I don't have gold hoops. I only have silver, and the silver ones only go with my silver earrings and my black earrings. I don't think silver and gold look good together. But when I find some gold ones, I will wear gold with these. I'm not a big gold guy. I prefer silver over gold. But um, so yeah, that woman, anytime she saw me talking to somebody, she would go up and tell them that I'm the devil. That was kind of bizarre. I've been called a lot of things. A lot of things. At least you can tell their goal, so that's good. But I think my mom's done talking to me. She ain't said nothing in a while. Um, but as we start winding down, I appreciate y'all so much. I'll be here next Thursday. I'll do my schedule next week just like I did it this week. I'll take Thursday off. Well, off from working on the farm and make sure I'm here. I've had a really good time. Y'all feel free to message me anytime. Deidre, if you're still here, I will make sure I check on you on Facebook. I think the only other person here I'm Facebook friends with is Spec, and I don't know if he's still here, but Spec knows keep in touch with me, how to get in touch with me. But I appreciate y'all so much. I enjoy this. That's why I do it. It's not really for the likes, Facebook. Yeah, YouTube likes the likes. But I enjoy the conversation. And that's why I'm so protective over this. I don't broadcast it on TikTok. I do make comments to my friends, people that I get along with. I don't make a general thing on TikTok. I don't do a general thing on Facebook either. Only my friends get to see it. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the reason this kicks ass. But I thoroughly enjoy spending Thursdays with y'all. I hope y'all have a great week. Please come back next week. If you want to message me at any time, feel free to do that. I'll always respond. I just can't always sit here and do this. Even though I'd rather do this than shoot reactions. But have a great week, and I will see y'all next time. Peace! Did you hear that? That truck honked that horn? Right at the end when I said peace. Anyways, see y'all next week.